Hi, stars. Thank you for joining me here as we, just get into a little bit of a hot topic. I started off today hearing that Amber Heard and her legal team might be taking this defamation case loss to the American Supreme Court. Does this have any basis in fact? This sounds so crazy. I just can't even imagine, how many bites at the apple does Miss Heard feel that she deserves when it has to be glaringly obvious based on this last court experience and the one before that that's being appealed. Like, it's a waste of money. Like, chill, just for your own brand, for your own fame. Just let it breathe. Give it some time. Like, stop trying to be, the victim that you made your ex-husband into. Stop this. Stop with all the overreaching activist speeches for high fees. Stop with it's just it has to be pretty clear that this is kind of in my humble opinion an act, right? You want to take on the trappings of, the Me Too movement was begun by a Black woman, and it was a movement very grassroots to give voice and some level of consciousness to the fact that a lot of women and men and people at work who are in different positions of power have to deal with this kind of pressure and manipulation, right? And I'm not sure that a privileged woman of her kind, I'll put it like that, is someone who quite went through even what she claims, right? The fact that she had 3 or 4 of her buddies living rent-free for years. I mean, there's photographs, and again, I don't know if any of this is true, that Amber's been using her divorce settlement to travel the world and, take these hangers-on with her. So there's this echo chamber of people who I'm sure are like, yeah, Amber, yeah, get it, girl. That sounds like a really good idea. Supreme Court, get it, do it. Why not, right? They want to keep the gravy train rolling. I mean, I would love to know, are those people somewhere paying rent now? Is Amber, letting them live in her house for free? It's so fascinating, but it's a little bit sick. In my opinion, who am I? It just hits you over the head every time you go on YouTube, on Twitter, on a lot of social media. There's all these discussions of doxing the umbrella guy and bots and a lot of yin yang and publicists and all that. And I think that, as a young mom, I think Amber Heard should possibly switch gears, get in those mommy and me classes and, read all the books and really focus on that next chapter of her life, which, if theories are correct about who the father of her child is, her lifestyle will be funded, but then, she'll have to make some kind of effort to earn coins to pay Mr. Depp his, court-ordered winnings. Listen, you play, you pay, right? All these shenanigans about the insurance companies, and that she thought that the insurers allegedly would pay for the legal fees and that they would pay $1 million of the settlement of the defamation suit, and all of that is not coming to pass because there is a perception, and I believe rightly so, that these were willful acts of defamation. This wasn't an accident. It was like a campaign, and there's actually some really scary audio where it sounds like Miss Heard is kind of describing a multi-year plot and plan, right? The intricate plot with the pictures and the text to corroborate it. Are you familiar with this audio? Is it real? It's so bananas. What is all this recording about, right? Can't you just live your life? You know, you had it made. People would love to be married to a Hollywood star. Was he perfect? No, but were you perfect? No, you know, you could have made it work, but just to be so public, it's just so embarrassing and crazy. Anyway, I guess we all have to exhale after that fascinating trial. It is nice to see Camille Vasquez enjoying a bit of well-deserved fame and praise. And yes, of course, people would love it if she and Johnny Depp were dating, but I think she has her own boyfriend, and she's not an unprofessional, and she's not a social climber, right? I feel like that was part of, Miss Heard's problem, is that, she couldn't, much like the character that Sharon Stone played in Casino, it doesn't matter how good the come up is. This woman is just incapable of actually loving her husband and just being satisfied with that, right? You have a child, chill. But, this whole sort of like hustler mentality, where did it come from? Did it come from allegedly the, gentleman's club? Is that where we came up with this? Let's just squeeze Johnny Depp for every last dollar and then play the victim. It's so, it just doesn't stop. And I wish it would. I'm glad that we stopped talking about Gabby Hanna. I'm glad that, the Trisha business has slowed down, because I'm not sure it was that fascinating. But I like the Amber Heard situation for kind of making very clear to people what narcissism looks like. When narcissism is up on its hind legs, it is not letting go. It is not admitting it's wrong. It is, sopping up all the money and resources and Range Rovers and attention like a biscuit. She's got a whole sort of flock of what they call flying monkeys around her. The lawyers, the friends are like Eve Barlow are dropping out. But you can see the architecture of how this woman can be in this bubble and be so grandiose, right? They do also say that grandiosity is a symptom of, shall we say, powdered donut consumption, which I guess can be useful when you're a celebrity, but it is not helpful when you need to be perceived as being earnest and truthful in court, or in your interviews, or in your life, or on stage when you're trying to talk about domestic violence and other important issues. This is such a difficult time for American women. We need to join together and be strategic about defending our rights and our health and our safety. And I'm not sure that Amber Heard's gambit and multi-year hustle and sort of claiming the mantle of domestic violence victim, claiming the mantle of Me Too, I really do feel like either she is undermining these movements or she is being used to undermine these movements, and she needs to get wise and stop it, right? But there's just this maniacal interest she has in being famous. It's like, oh, you famous. You might not be famous the way you want to be, and it hurts me. It hurts me. This is the part that hurts me the most. It's like, I feel like Johnny Depp married someone who was jealous of him. Jealous of his ability as an actor, jealous of his accomplishments as an actor, and really saw him as a stepping stone to her own career without the special seasoning and sauce of actually loving him. She didn't care. Glassed him and cut off the tip of his finger. How's he gonna play his music? I'm sick of it. It was fascinating, but I'm sick of it. And, I need to have a talk with Miss Amber Heard and just straighten her out. Like, this is not that. You think it's, oh, I'm a victim, I'm an activist and all that. And it's very much the opposite. You seem very much to be the fraud. You seem very much to be someone who is delusional and trying to manipulate people and not even able to shed a single tear in court. What kind of actress are you? There, I said it. All right. Well, that's me. That's my perspective. You can tell me that I'm an insensitive, bruja if you want, but that's my take on the situation. I wish she would, just read the room, learn the lessons, handle the finances. I do wonder if the level up people could make an analysis of her, because it is so interesting that she targets these like kind of older rich men exclusively, and all at the same time. It was so messy and so sloppy, and some people in the level up community would claim that she simply was doing what men do. And I mean, to look at what Elon Musk allegedly has done in his personal life, he is as prolific as Future. There, I said it, right? He is as prolific as Nick Cannon with the multiple baby mamas, and I just saw a shirtless picture of him. Bless the hearts of anyone who can play that game, right? That you earned your coins. You did. What an interesting set of people. More to come. I'm going to talk about, the sneaky like financial stuff that people are saying that Elon did in connection to that Twitter deal, the Twitter almost deal, the Twitter deal that didn't actually work out. And we'll see if this Amber Heard Supreme Court is a real thing, or if this is just another barking at the moon, like the book deal, like, oh, it sounds good, the publicist, let's have something, juicy and aspirational to say, but it actually doesn't end up to be real. We'll see. But it's all very interesting, and it's a cautionary tale, right? At the very least, just try to make sure that if you're in even your friendships, like, just be careful of people who are jealous of you, because they are often specifically the people who will do the very most to get close to you, to turn your world upside down, and then, bat their eyes and play like they don't know what happened. They're, oh, what? Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Oh, did I lie? did I like set up cameras all over the house and put ice cream on you while you're sleeping to make it seem like you're out of it? Oh, can you imagine? That, on a certain level, it's my nightmare, right? Like, you're hanging out with people and there's cameras, or cameras in the bathroom, and certainly all of these things happen, but how much hate does someone have to have for you to do this for years, to embarrass you? Stuff is being played in court, and he's got to walk around with his head held high and try to put his emotional pieces back together, figure out who he can trust, and get on with his life. And I'm honestly glad that he got away from her alive, because I don't think, again, and I'll see if I can put together a clip, Sharon Stone in Casino, married to Robert De Niro. It gives me the Amber Heard vibes. That, sort of gorgeous, flashy, savvy woman that comes into, her husband's life, but broken, right? Broken. He didn't do it. She was like that. Amazon delivered her to the doorstep broken. She was already like that, and he just didn't know yet. And when he figured it out, you can hear him trying to be diplomatic and calm her down and get away from her. How many of us have had that relationship? The people who want to argue for hours, and they're just so hell-bent on bringing you down to their emotional level, where they're sad and depressed and angry and, hating life, and they are just committed to getting you there too. They don't want you to be happy, prosperous, functional, exercising, eating right, whatever. They want to bring you down. I'm glad he got away. And I don't know what to think of him kissing all those people in Italy. You know, this is the stuff that comes up on my YouTube feed. And, you know, it's still the global panini, isn't it? We still have the, what is it? Monkeypox. People are traveling all over the place. I think we should all just be careful and chill. Anyway, this is Tanya, House of Tanya. Sister says, just having a little quick discussion of a hot topic. Please let me know what you think, and I will see you maybe tomorrow. I'll catch you on the B-side. Thank you for joining me. Bye.